Ryan Tedder, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Scott Mills.
Totally smashing the live lounge today.
We're trying, man. We're trying. Lots of throat lozenges, lots of hot tea.
Yeah, I've noticed the tea.
Yeah.
It was a thing last time as well, just carrying around that mug of tea all the time.
Always for live lounges. You know what it is we come here in London, and this is one of my favorite cities. I mean, I could live in London. I love it here.
Yeah.
And but every time we come here, it's like 3 or 4 days, and I'm lucky if I get 2 hours off.
Yeah.
So I'm going, or I'm riding with artists that happen to live here. And so I'm usually operating on little sleep, thus the tea.
Mm-hmm. You made it look so effortless earlier. I was watching on the screen out there. So good.
Thank you. And
you always seem to have fun with it.
Oh, yeah. We love Live Lounge. And we have a lot of... Now it's almost nostalgic because we have a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
Like doing Live Lounge. I remember doing it downstairs around the corner.
That's right, in our old building.
Yeah, in that tiny little place. And it's always fun because we always learn the song the morning of. I mean, if we were more professional, maybe we'd go over it the day before. But it's become a thing now. We're like, can we figure it out from the time we wake up to the time we do it?
Oh, wow.
So that was our maybe third performance of Sin My Love.
Right.
Yeah, but I loved your reasoning behind why you did that song as well. And I love that you really take control of the song choice for it. Like, you personally want to choose what song you want to do.
100%.
Because you were talking about maybe choosing Chainsmokers, but then thinking, well, actually, when it drops, you've got nothing to sing.
Yeah, I always, exactly. Historically with the Live Lounge stuff, and I also don't like being ironic. I don't like doing live lounges and picking, like, what's the least song, the song, like Rihanna Work. I love Work, right? I'm not going to do that just to be ironic. So for me, it's like, I love singing, so pick a song that makes you sing.
Pick a song that's going to show you guys off to be the best that you are.
Yeah, you got to pick something you can dig into. And it's very easy to learn, by the way.
Right.
If you're doing it the morning of.
We're going to replay some of the Live Lounge in a bit, but first, thank you very much for this. Ryan's playing Real or No Real with us today. Here's your first fact. Is this true or not?
Okay.
When Sebastian Ingrosso asked Ryan Tedder from One Republic to write lyrics to his song Reload, it took 6 months to get back to the email.
Are you asking me?
Well, you probably will know the answer.
I guess this is the flaw in these kind of games when you're talking about someone who's actually here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're a very busy man. So, Chris, I'll ask you, do you think it took him 6 months to get back to that email about Reload?
Well, do you have a specific, like, work email that you give out to artists?
No, I've had the same email since I was in college.
No.
Yeah.
Is it AOL?
Yeah, man. It's just Ryan at AOL, man. Okay. Easy. Now you know. The world knows.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Write that down.
Yeah.
I just hit my MySpace account.
What's a slower process? If I was writing a song and I wanted to book you, is it quicker to get the words back or the song back?
Lyrics are always longer for me.
Okay.
Even on like blatant pop, like the poppest record, like, you know, I kind of write in a bunch of different genres for different people. So like at the moment, I worked a lot on the last U2 record and done some writing with Brandon Flowers and then recently, you know, Ed Sheeran, and now I'm focused on I've rapped the One Republic album and just did a song with Stevie Wonder and another big like a huge pop star who I'm not allowed to mention yet. Somebody you guys play a lot. And,
okay.
And the jumping from song to song to song, the writing process completely different.
Yeah.
Like the one with Stevie was super quick, and lyrically I knew kind of what I grew up listening to Stevie Wonder, so I know the kind of lyrics he's gonna sing. But if you're doing something for like Maroon 5, Adam has a very clear point of view, and I've had a couple hits with him, and he wants things to be a certain kind of edgy, and certain words he won't say, certain words he will say. So it varies.
You're always working. I think the amount of emails in your inbox would stress me out. It would be like 1,372 or something ridiculous like that.
Dude, I'll show you. It's well over 100,000.
No, it makes me feel sick.
Yeah, are you one of those people that clears it? Like, if you look at my phone
here,
it says 9,150 on the emails. Now, it stresses Scott out.
Yeah, it does.
How do you... Let me
don't delete anything important there, Ryan.
Yeah. Yes, look at this. Oh, my word. Right, so look at Ryan's phone. 97,989 unread messages.
Oh, no, that's horrible. That is actually horrible.
No, but the reality is...
Oh, my word, I've never seen so many.
Yeah, the reality is I glance at stuff, And, you know, if it's like urgent, someone will text me or like whatever.
You do what I do. You just do them as markers unread.
Yeah.
Thinking you'll deal with them later.
Well, you know what I
never
use? I don't type anymore. I suck at, I mean, I've had an iPhone since they started making them. I don't know anyone else that can relate to this. I'm sure the listening. It doesn't matter how small your fingers are. I cannot type without misspelled words.
Yeah.
Always. It's incessant.
So how do you do it?
I started adding up the amount of time that I spent recorrecting emails.
Yeah, annoys
and
me.
it's like your life is just disappearing by letters. And so I got really good at using the voice to text.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could send a like 3-paragraph email in like 20 seconds because I've learned how to pronounce things to where the iPhone can actually translate.
Is that your voice turning it into a text message, or are you doing what my girlfriend's best mate does, which is send voice messages instead of text?
I do that sometimes too. I do that for songwriters. So if I'm writing, like I've been working on a couple different songs for some other artists, and then last week, and one of my writers, a guy that signed to me, that's how we send text. So I'll be like, yo, I think the melody, I think after the chorus you need to come out, and then it should be like, woo, and I'll sing it and just send him the whole thing. And that's how we talk.
Love it. Okay, back to the fact, which we've kind of forgotten about. Did Ryan Tedder take 6 months to get back to Sebastian Ingrosso for the lyrics for Reload, Chris?
I'm going to go, well, judging by his emails, real.
Ryan.
False.
Is that false?
Oh.
It's false.
Okay. How long did it take?
Oh, you know what, dude? Actually, maybe it did. No, it did. No, you know why? You got it's not the right song. You got the right story, wrong song. The song was The Calling.
Okay.
Lose My Mind, I called it. Lose My Mind. Yeah.
Who gets the points for that then? That's a tricky one. I'll take them.
No, you are right. It took 6 months.
Okay.
I feel bad.
That's fine. We've seen the amount of emails you've got.
Yeah.
Ryan, this is good. We'll be back in just a second, all right, with some more Real or No Real.
Sounds good.
Ryan Tedder's with us on Radio 1. Hi.
Hi.
Here's your next fact.
Yeah, let's do it.
On their 2001 world tour, Foo Fighters issued a 52-page booklet about their rider. It included important details such as bassist Nate's thoughts on how to cook a good breakfast and guitarist Pat's list of unwelcome sweaty meats.
Do you ever ask for anything ridiculous? Just to see if you can get it.
Let me think about that. Yes, we have actually. You know what it is? Okay, so two
This is
two
going to be good,
things.
Chris.
This is going to be awesome.
I'm going to take my jacket off for this one.
Go for it.
2 things that we put on our rider on our last tour. Our last world tour we finished in like South America back in like September or whatever it was last year. And it was like our 3rd go around the world on the same album. So we were getting bored and we're like, all right, let's see what we can get away with. We have normal stuff like healthy almonds and like yogurt, normal stuff and waters and whatever. We put 2 things. A cake that says F blah blah blank 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 U exclamation point.
Yeah.
And that's all with
just
no
to see if they'd print
with no explanation.
that pack us on.
With no explanation, a cake that says, and then the idea was behind it was our guitar player. He said, I said, why do you want to do that? He goes, because it's going to make everybody's day.
Yeah.
He said, think about everybody from the cake maker who takes the order to the guy that makes the cake to the guy that picks it up. Everyone's going to die laughing.
Yeah.
And then
apart from the person who has to deliver it to you, and
Who's
scared
nervous.
because they've got this cake that no, seriously, they'll like this, and like really.
Well, then it says though on the rider it says, or if you can't find that, an ice cream snake.
An ice cream
And
snake.
then people invariably would go, does he mean an ice cream cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we no ice cream snake. And
Wow.
but we wouldn't leave any explanation.
Wow, you were so bored, weren't you?
Well, yeah. So one time we got like an ice cream cake in the shape of a snake. Like someone actually delivered it. We were like, oh my god.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. We actually got him.
That's
Do you know
so
what?
good.
That's
Yeah.
a gap in the market right there.
Yeah.
Ice cream snake could be the new
Ice cream
Caterpillar.
snake.
Yeah.
Ice cream
Yeah.
snake, man.
Have you heard any other good stories about bands asking for ridiculous things?
Yeah, a very common thing for bands to ask on tour, especially one starting out, is it's not really ridiculous, but socks is a very, very popular thing because you don't have time to do laundry on the road.
No.
And if you're staying, like we're here in London, and whatever hotel we stay, we bounce around 2 or 3 hotels in London. Whatever hotels we stay at, though, doesn't matter. If you're in London and you pay for your hotel, we got a laundry bill one time. A guy that worked for us basically got fired because he wasn't thinking. We're like, can you make sure to do a laundry run for everybody's laundry? Which you go to a laundromat, you bring in the bags. We were staying in, it was in London, and we were staying at, I can't remember the name of the hotel at the moment, but we were staying in London, and he just had it all sent up via the hotel, where it's £4 per shirt, 5 pounds per socks. It came to $1,900. Which was like more than his salary.
Oh my God.
And our tour manager was like, man, I literally have to fire you. Like, I don't have an option. You just forced my hand here, man. Like, this is the dumbest thing you could have done.
You sent him one of your cakes.
I know, we did. We sent him. But by the way, you can take this cake.
So he's off.
Yeah, he's off. He got fired after that tour. I feel bad. I mean, he had done a few things, but that was the proverbial straw.
I've heard of people though, but that's a practical thing. I've heard of people who get white goods on there just because that's the time to do your shopping list because someone else will buy it.
That's what you do. Yeah. Like I'll put on like cereal, like if I'm running out of like Special K or like whatever I'm eating at the moment.
Right.
I've seen some riders though. I've seen some riders like ones that have like homemade guacamole.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. We're like, who's gonna go make this? Like
Yeah.
So is this real about the 52-page book that the Foo Fighters asked for on their world tour?
I think it's real.
Yeah, it's got to be real.
It sounds real.
That one is real.
Yeah.
It was a 52-page book with all the details of the band's rider and also some colouring in exercises for venue staff to enjoy.
That's amazing. I love that.
At the end of that round of Real or No Real.
All right, well, I think these are the scores. I got 20. Ryan, unfortunately, only got 10.
Ryan, it's always a pleasure to see you. It's
Likewise.
like you are the best. We'd have you on every day if we could. So many good stories. Thanks very much, and thank you for a wicked live lounge today.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Love it.
Thanks, Ryan.